Oh, weep, grog, now weep, ninny bong, TF addicts. It's TFA 1024, the TF addict here. And we're going to do something a little different because I don't really. Okay, truth be told, I've been incredibly busy behind the scenes. Being a caregiver has obviously taken a lot of my time, unfortunately. My sleep has not been the best, but I've been very busy. Um, I want to give an update on my dad because we recently went to the doctor as of what was it? A couple days ago. We went on Wednesday, if I remember correctly, Wednesday or Thursday, and he's doing a lot better. The squamous cell carcinoma cancer growth has been removed from his arm as of the third or the fourth, so 2 weeks ago, and his healing has been doing really well. He's not going to be getting it again. There's a 1 in 2% chance that it might return, but as far as it actually returning, his healing and everything has been really good. So he's in good health, especially for an 84-year-old man. So I'm really happy that he's doing really well. But I've been busy behind the scenes so much it's not even funny. A lot has been going on. I'm still working on the Earthspark toy video. I still plan on making that. I've just been, again, incredibly busy, but I do plan on making that relatively soon. I'm just not 100% sure when I'm going to make that video because I've just been kind of doing all kinds of different things on top of being a caregiver. As I mentioned, also, my sleep has not been the best either, unfortunately. But I've also been part of a couple of live streams thanks to TF reviewers. I've been hanging out with him and aka H&E Games Tech and Toys, 3 different channels now, by the way. He has been doing a lot more tier panels. I did a panel on TF reviewers about mental health awareness a couple of weeks ago. I enjoyed that one a lot because, as I've said numerous times beforehand, mental health is something that I truly stand by, and I really wish more and more people would be open and willing to learn and understand that not everyone is the same. People are different, people are wired differently, and that everyone should treat each other fairly and love each other and support each other and, you know, just be better for the world in that degree, because that's all people want to do is just coexist peacefully. No one wants any conflict. No one wants any trauma or anything like that. It's just people just want to be able to live their lives. So that's how that's been. And it was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with a lot of cool people. I hung out with Ultra Marcus, Input, Ninja Bill, H&E himself. Got to hang out with Gotbot more, so that was really cool. And I had a lot of fun. It was really cool to be able to just hang out and chat and, you know, be part of a group. Whoops, forgot I had my phone. I was making a promotion. I'm sorry. But be part of a group and just have fun and enjoy each other's company and just share each other's thoughts on things and make jokes and whatnot. It was fun. It was nice. It wasn't like a hostile environment or anything either. It was just all in good fun. So I enjoyed it. And I hope everyone's been having a good week so far. I'm not sure how it is for everyone. I'm honestly, I hope it's going well. Because, you know, life's too short to have bad days so much. You know, you gotta enjoy the company and then the stuff that you have. So yeah, so I have seen the new reveals. I missed the live stream, unfortunately, for Transformers Tuesday, but I did see the new reveals for Studio Series, and I am rather excited for a lot of what we're getting. I really enjoy what Crosshairs and everyone, Hot Rod and the Fallen look like. We've seen a lot of the Studio Series 86 stuff. Like we saw the Ironhide, we've seen Wheelie and Ratchet. Fun fact, they were actually sighted in the U.S. a couple of weeks ago in California. So the fact that those are out there and everything, you know, they're out there. And I want to just give a heads up right now. they did have, to my knowledge, Amazon has Ratchet in stock. So if you're interested in little Ratchet, you can go pick him up, because uh, I believe he is still in stock. I'm currently looking on my phone right now. Or he was in stock. Huh. Third party sellers got to him already. That's oh no, never mind. There's one more. So yeah, he's still in stock on Amazon, $11.99. So if you want him, he's there. He will not be delivered apparently until the 9th or the 9th of October, let me try that again. He's not going to be delivered until the 9th of September or the 4th of October, which is very strange. It's weird. It's very weird. So, but I'm not going to make a TFTC or anything. This is, like I said, this is more updates and just kind of talking and hanging out with you guys. So I hope, like I said, everyone's doing well. I have all kinds of videos planned. I started making a list. I took initiative from inspiration and words by TFI Creations and his TFCon Toronto panel that he did. Beautiful stuff, by the way. I'm really happy for him and everyone involved to make like their own little like organization in a way. You know, like it's not a company, but it's like it's more so like a family, if anything. Like it very much is a family. So a lot of what he said, it kind of inspired me, and decided to, like, I wanted to just jot down ideas of all kinds of videos. I even have a video idea that I think a lot of people might enjoy, which is like the top 5 or the top 10 coolest ideas in the Transformers franchise, or the top 10 or top 5 dumbest stuff in the Transformers franchise. Because I mean, there's plenty of out there to work with, and I just started jotting a bunch of ideas down, and it's a work in progress, but I have tons of ideas. I do plan on doing like a voice acting reel with stuff that I voiced in before, ranging from multiple different content creators, which is really cool. I'm very glad to be part of the community, and to lend my voice whenever people ask. And granted, I'm not going to say I do it all the time, because that would be a lie. I have turned down people before because they always want Optimus Prime, or they want characters that I've done so many different times. But if it is a character that they're asking for and I do it differently, then I'm okay with it. So a good example would be recently, from GPL Films, I voiced Ultra Magnus, but he's not like, Robert Stack Ultra Magnus. He's like, Prime, I'm just a soldier. I'm not worthy. Like, he's not like that. He's this. He's just my voice, which is easily one of the best things that anyone could ask of me as a voice actor. So I'm really glad that he allowed me to just do my regular voice, because I've been practicing voice acting. I recently was messing around with my fossilizers, and I was trying to give them voices, because first off, we got robbed in Kingdom, especially in the cartoon. They easily could have thrown in the fossilizers or something, but they didn't. They kept it as a toy thing, and I get it. That's fine. But I would have preferred if they actually like made these characters into something more than, oh hey, we're a bunch of dead fossilized corpses, and now you can rip us apart and use our bones as weapons. And it's like, oh, I mean, hey, cool. Are you sentient? I mean, you're sentient. You feel pain, don't you? Like, they're kind of sadistic, or they're masochists. But I don't know. It was just, I was messing around with them because I've been working on something behind the scenes that I'm not going to share yet. I will make a post on Instagram here in the next, even probably during this live stream. I've been working on something behind the scenes that, along with some help from my buddy Cyborg Raptor, because he's helping me make the backstory for this. And I'm really proud of it. I really like what I've been doing so far with this little like side project I got going on. It's not even really a project. It's more so like an element that I'm working on. that I'm introducing into possibly a later Transformers universe that I decide to add or maybe inspire other people to use it, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm just saying, though, if you use it, copyright, I own the rights. I mean, I don't, but it's cool. It's going to be really cool. I think you guys are going to like it, because I've been messing around in Photoshop and PixArt and all kinds of different like photo editing software apps and such, and what I made was really freaking cool. Even my dad liked it, so that was really cool too. But I will make a post here in a little bit. But for right now, I've been jabberjawing so much. So how about you guys tell me in the comments how you're doing? Mr. Marvelous Prime. Sorry, I am late. I am watching Dr. Phil. First off, good stuff. I'm not really into Dr. Phil, but anything that helps with like mental health and such, hey, good stuff. Secondly, stop apologizing. You're fine. You don't ever have to apologize for not attending a live stream or being late. There's no reason to do that. I do appreciate it. It's very sweet. It's very thoughtful. You don't have to do it, though. I just know that I appreciate it. But you're good. You're here. That's all that matters. I'm debating on turning on my camera, but I want to go put on my TFA shirt because I don't have that on. But at the same time, I don't want to show my face. So I think we're just going to stick with the bouncing circle, because that's what my comfort is right now. But yeah, I forgot to unpin the comment. There we go. Yeah, so another thing I want to mention also is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TFA for Viewers, I will be doing another live stream, because I've been really trying to take initiative and be part of TFA for Viewers, as opposed to like, oh, hey, I'm part of this panel, but I'm never going to contribute to anything. I'm starting to do, or I started to do the Studio Series tier list, but I have since I haven't done it in a little while. The last one I did, if I remember correctly, the last tier list video that I did on TFA for Viewers was back in probably late June, early July. If I remember correctly. Am I correct or am I wrong? Yeah, July. And I had a lot of fun. I had JJ there, JJ Prime Toy Reviews, or JJ Prime Toys Pictures, and I had H&E there as well. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I think it went really well. I'm going to try and streamline it this time around for this next part, because we're going to be doing waves 8 through I think it's 15, or it's 6 or 17. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be waves 8 through 17. And as a bonus, we're also going to be adding premium finish, and we're going to be doing the Buzzworthy Bumblebee stuff, and we're also going to throw in Core Class, as well as the Autobot Arrival to Earth 5-pack. So that's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of different choices. A lot of them are going to be redecos. Some are just going to be carbon copies, re-released in a different box, but I still want to incorporate them because they are still counted in the Studio Series toy line. So that's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, which means I have to make sure I go to sleep tonight. Oh, we got more people. Hello, Jason Store Prime. Welcome, my dude. Ultra Marcus. Hey, I was speaking about you earlier. Hitting the sack. Really enjoyed being on the G1 panel. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of dick jokes. So many dick jokes. Oh, I need to make a compilation. That was grand old time. Giving him the D. It was a. How did you say it in my comment section in the community toast post? A good time was had by all. There we go. That was a lot of fun. This is Boyo. Hello, welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. How's everyone's weekend been going so far? I mean, it's the start of the weekend, but how's everyone's week? How's everyone's weekend? Let me know. Because there's lots to be said. Could be said, could be nothing. I don't know how you live your days. I would love to learn more about you guys, because I don't know. I want to connect with you guys a lot more. So, how goes the hunt for Cosmos? Oh, God, that annoys me so bad. You know what's funny is that recently I bought a Cosmos for my buddy in the UK. And as soon as I paid him, and yesterday we went to Walmart, my dad and we went to Walmart. And I go into the Transformers aisle, and I see a piece of paper on where some of the Transformers pegs are. And what does it happen to say on that little piece of paper? What does it say there? It says that we're getting the Velocitron stuff. So yeah, that kind of annoyed me. And then my other buddy messaged me, my buddy in the States messaged me, and he said, "Oh yeah, I went to Walmart and I saw like 2 Cosmos." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." He was like, "I can go back tomorrow and grab them for you." I'm like, "I just need one." Then they was like, "Well, what about Rebecca?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I could do that." And then she bought a Cosmos from my same buddy in the UK. So now we might be getting 2 Cosmoses, possibly. I don't know. I want to get one, and then if it has defects, I'll reach out to my buddy and be like, "Hey, this one is kind of fucky. I want to get the other one off of you." And then if because I'm not going to be able to return it because I can't make any money, unfortunately. Like even returns, I can't do like a refund from PayPal or anything because I do friends and family, which is probably a big no-no possibly. But at the same time, if it was like a goods and service for certain people, they get hit with a certain amount of tax, or if they make a certain amount of money, then they have to fill out like a W-2 tax form. And it's this whole big thing. That's why I always encourage to do friends and family, because it's like, I'll still get the money. And I don't have to worry about being a business because I'm not a business, nor do I want to be. I mean, I used to say I want to make this a job, but like at the same time, I don't, because then it's just kind of feeding into the whole, well, I can be my own corporation. But it's more so like I want to be my own boss and do my own thing without having to worry about the algorithm or the system, and from there. So, tired as fuck, ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel that. Been all right. Love the SS review. Oh yeah, yeah. I planned on making a video about that, and I do plan on doing. Possibly, I might make it a TFTC extra, because I'm not gonna make a whole episode dedicated to like a few reveals, and some stuff we've already seen, like Wheelie and Ratchet and Ironhide and all the Legacy Wave 3 stuff. Like, I'm not going to make a full-fledged live stream talking about that. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's just going to be like, oh, hey, yeah, here's the SS stuff, and it's probably going to be like maybe a half a minute long video if I'm lucky. So, but I really do love the Fallen. I love Hot Rod. I'm very surprised about Hot Rod. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised and excited about Crosshairs, because King Samlock on Instagram, that dude, he really put a lot of work into that figure, all those characters, and he did a fantastic. Well, I think Evan did the Fallen because he had a copy. Sam did Crosshairs and Hot Rod, and that Hot Rod is beautiful. I'm kind of bummed out just a little bit by the spoiler in the Lamborghini Centenario mode, because it's just a little too high. But again, looking, I keep saying again, but I have said this before on Instagram, so that's kind of what my brain does. But I was bummed out a little bit by the spoiler just being a little bit too high. And I looked at the Centenario that they used in the film, and he does have a spoiler. It's accurate, but it's just a little too high. So if I ever feel like modding it, I might. I'm not, because it's like, it's a simple, get an X-Acto knife, cut off the spoiler, sand down where you cut off, and then just glue it back in place and go from there, and then it's done. It's fixed. But I don't like modifying my stock figures. And personally, I liked the original TLK Hot Rod, despite the fact it was just a reworking of Lockdown, but the Lamborghini mode was pretty much spot on. But the robot mode for this one, along with the colors, are really nice. Like, I love that ashy, like, gunmetal gray that they got going on for him, and I really like the nice, vibrant orange that he was supposed to have in his figures, but for some reason they went with, like, a tangerine color or, like, a red, which I'm not complaining. I love red. Red's my favorite color. But, like, this is going to be the Hot Rod to end all Hot Rods. Like, this is it. And he was leaked so long ago, along with Crosshairs and an Amazon listing, and then someone made or possibly leaked, like, a design for Hot Rod, and that was circulating for a while, and then nothing happened. So the fact that we had a Studio Series reveal in a live stream that wasn't G1 and just SS86, it was full-on movie characters, was an utter delight. it sucks that I wasn't awake because I wanted to be in the live chat and be like, hey, good job, Hasbro. I love what you're doing. Hi, also notice me. Because it always makes me smile so big whenever they're like, oh, hey, TFA. I'm like, ah, I love that. And I saw Alfonso. He once again got noticed by Hasbro. Like every live stream, as soon as he comments, they instantly reply to him, and I love it. That's great. It's really cool that they've been connecting with us fans like this. And people can argue that like Hasbro's a company, they only are in it for the money and crap, but like there are those people in the live stream, regardless of what your opinion is, they genuinely enjoy what they do. So to see them get excited and like kind of fanboy and fangirl and everything over figures is just really freaking cool. Because it's a deeper relation to us more so than like, oh, hey, we're a business, we're workers on the Transformers team. Like they're getting excited. Like when Mark shows up and he's talking about like all the legacy stuff and everything, he's legitimately excited. Like we all saw how excited he was when Menasor was being teased, and he wanted to bring out the rest of them to show full on Menasor, but they're like, no, not yet. We'll have to wait until like later in the year. But like when he showed off Menasor with Dragstrip, and then he did it with Dead End, he was legitimately really excited. So that was neat. That was really cool to see. And Evan like enjoying what he was doing with the Fallen and like all the stuff that he worked on with SS86. Like they've all just been doing a fantastic job, and I'm really happy to have these people be part of the franchise and be part of the fandom as well, because they are fans just like us. They have the opportunity to work more closer with the Transformers brand than we do. But I ain't giving up my dream. I still want to make that happen one day. Let's see. Hello, Justin. So yeah, I guess I'll just get into like update stuff because there's not really too much to talk about. But I've been a lot more active on Instagram, as I keep mentioning, and I really hope that everyone who has been watching my stuff has been, who has been. I can't think. My brain just like desynced for a second. I'm so sorry. I hope everyone who has been watching my stuff has been utilizing the description, because I do post all the info for everything in there. Not this stream, obviously. I'm probably going to work on it later, or the stream might be deleted. I don't know. But I do want to just encourage people to please check the description. I will be adding pinned comments to all my stuff from now on, so that way it's like, hey, don't forget to check the description, get all the information that you want, subscribe to these people who are mentioned and or involved. Just show your support. And I also want to thank everyone for being so kind and courteous and respectful in the comment section, because I've been getting probably like once in a blue moon, I've been getting like a negative comment every now and then. Like in the SDCC 2022 reveal, someone commented something like, oh, this is what I want to see. New reveals with some random guy's face blocking them. It's like, you still see a majority of them. You see the character's face and everything. You don't need to see like the full body, but hey, whatever. It's your deal. But I hope everyone has been enjoying the like the little photo shoot stuff that I've been doing with Sideways. I was gonna do a deeper one or like a longer one, but the thing about that was I was trying to do it on my bed, because that was all the energy I had. I couldn't even get out of bed. It was very difficult for me. But I also tried balancing him so much, but his feet are such garbage. Just because they're ball joints and they're so loose on my copy. Like they're not like Golden Disc Amazon Pterosaur loose, but they're still really loose. So I might go in there and like fix them up with some floor polish. But I wanted to do more, and I was trying to balance Sideswipe into doing his whole clear a path pose as he was trying to chase Sideways. But I couldn't do it. So the closest I had was like, those are the two best pictures I can do. I don't know how to pose figures all that well. Again, he kept flopping and falling around. So I just did those two, and I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good photo shoot. Why not? But the Override one, first and foremost, once again, just huge shout out to Rebecca, TF Adictress 4891, for hooking me up with the Velocitron Voyagers and Scourge. I am still very much blown away by those. They're so good. Override is absolutely the best out of that entire assortment. There's no contest. Like, I am a sucker for Unicron trilogy. I love Transformers Armada. Cybertron is easily one of my all-time favorites, but I do love Cybertron as well, and I feel like that was like a nice improvement from Armada and Energon. Like, it was definitely, because it was one of the few shows where we went to like different planet colony worlds of Transformers, of Cybertronians from different like societies. Because like you had Velocitron, the speed planet, which is all about racing. You have Jungle Planet, which is all about beasts and gladiatorial combat. And then you have Gigantian, where is literally like everyone is an industrialist. They all continue to build their planet. And it's not even like, oh, they build a city. It's like, no, they build dozens of cities. And their planet continues to grow in mass. So I love that. And I love how diverse the cast is for Transformers Cybertron. Like, we originally had like our core 6. We had Optimus, Jetfire, Scattershot, Vector Prime, Hotshot, and Landmine. And also we had Overhaul, but they never mentioned him in the intro for some reason. And we had the Minicons, and the Minicons were different. They actually spoke this time around, or at least Jolt did. I mean, I know they spoke in Transformers Armada too, but like it was weird because like they did the whole beeps and whirs, and they're going like, and then later they had the ability to speak, and it was interesting but weird, but I kind of liked it. But then Jolt speaks, and apparently was voiced by Brian Drummond, which I did not know. Civilizations, thank you. That's the word I was trying to think of. But I really like how Cybertron was. So when they announced like, oh, hey, we're doing Override, I was hesitant because we've gotten Cybertron updates before. We had Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime, which was not bad. It was the IDW2 core Optimus with the Cybertron trailer, and they transformed together and they combined to make his iconic super mode. Albeit it wasn't 100% perfect because it was part of Ultra Magnus. It was part of an Ultra Magnus retooling, but it wasn't bad. And then Hotshot came out, and he was just a repaint of Hound, but at the same time, it worked for him because that could have been based on like a Cybertronian Cybertron defense form. And when you get that upgrade kit for him too, it also really helps. But like, Override has to be one of the very first Cybertron updates that is literally like a carbon update or carbon copy update from her OG toy to now. And she's so good. Like, she has no right to be as good as she is, but she is absolutely gorgeous. So when I did the photo shoot with her, and my buddy told me that, like, oh, hey, did you know, like, she's CyberKey compatible? I was like, there's no fucking way. He's like, well, it doesn't, like, spring out the weapons or anything, but it is like, you can stick the CyberKey in there, and it'll, like, it'll rest in there. I was like, okay, that sounds about right, because they're not going to do cyber keys, even though I'm just saying I would love to see some modern day cyber keys. But that's not the case, unfortunately. So when I did the photo shoot for her and I was actually able to do like the whole cyber key power thing, I was really proud of that because I've been trying to find a way to replicate that in my own way with the limited resources that I have. And it turned out so good. And the entire photo shoot, I wanted to make sure was good because I wanted TF Actress to really enjoy it. And I wanted to be like my thank you, my send off to her, to show her how much I appreciate it and how grateful I am to her for doing that. And I do plan on doing more photo shoots like that. I'm not sure I'm going to keep calling them like the latest figure, but I can't think of anything else to call them. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know in the comments or the live chat as of this recording or after this recording. But all I can think of is like latest figures, and I'm behind on so many latest figures because I have so many. So hello, welcome. It's just, I want to do more stuff like that because it's easier. It's a lot more fun for me, and it doesn't require, and it sounds bad when I say this, but hear me out. Because as a neurodivergent with ADHD and everything, it's more difficult for me to do certain things and have a lot more, it requires, when I say time and effort, I literally mean that, because my brain will be like understimulated if I'm just sitting here doing nothing, or if I'm trying to do something and it turns out bad or something, I get all down and shut down entirely. It's weird being ADHD and everything, in my version of it, at least, because again, it is a spectrum. It's different for everyone. Um, it's so hard for me to make content. Like sometimes I can't even just sit down and make a video. And it's funny, I was gonna make an update video just like this, but I was gonna pre-record it, or I was gonna make it just be like, oh, text on screen that fades or glitches out and goes on to the next sentence. I recorded that 3 separate times on Thursday, or no, Tuesday, and I didn't like any of it. All 3 different variations that I tried, I didn't like any of it. And my mind was like, you don't need to update people. They'll understand why you're not making stuff. You're a busy guy. Even though I apparently don't provide for my family, which is a whole other thing in itself, which is really stupid. I mean, I may not provide in the way of like, oh, I'm the breadwinner, I'm making all kinds of money, I'm driving, but it doesn't mean I'm not, doing anything. I'm still taking care of my father in the house and everything. So I don't know. That's just one for you naysayers out there, for people out there who make me feel bad, because it's like there's no call for anyone to put anyone else down based on their living situation, because sometimes they're not even, it's not even their choice. It's literally like, this is what you have to do, or this is what you should do. So for me being a caregiver and taking care of my mom and dad, well, my dad now, my mom before, I did that because it was the right thing to do. So and he's my dad, I can't just abandon him. What kind of son would I be if I did that? Hey, Ninja Bill, I mentioned you earlier. Welcome. JJ, welcome. I talked about you earlier too. What is this? I haven't recorded anything because I've been sick with the flu for almost a week now. You sure it's not COVID? Like, I'm not even joking. It could legitimately be COVID, but I mean, I hope it's just the flu. So rest up, feel better. Don't exacerbate your body. Because my mom used to do that, and that woman, oh God, she never knew how to rest. I'm almost convinced she was a workaholic, but oh well. She's resting now, and she's in peace, and I'm happy for her. I miss her though, but I'm okay. So yeah, the whole override photo shoot, it seemed a lot of you guys really like that, because it's almost at 300 views. So thank you very much for that. Be sure to share that around. I would really appreciate it. Mark Mayer, he did a fantastic job working on override. That whole figure is absolutely gorgeous. I love her so much. She's so good. And I really hope we get a Generation Selects like dark nitro convoy based on an old like obscure repaint in Japan for Galaxy Force. I would love to see that, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, considering now Override is a Walmart exclusive, just like how Bumblebee and Soundwave were. So I have to wait and see. Probably going to have to wait another 2 years for something like that. But hey, you never know. You never know. So, but yeah, I have all kinds of videos and stuff planned. It's a lot of good stuff. A lot of really good stuff coming out. I have a updated Armada list of figures or characters that I want to see get turned into figures. I have the whole, like I said, the top 10 good ideas or cool ideas of Transformers, top 10 bad ideas of Transformers. I kind of want to get into video reviews again, because like I have so many thoughts on so many different figures that I really want to that I really want to like dive into a lot more, but I also don't want to be a reviewer guy again, because like I don't want to. I don't know. I always still think those reviews are boring and like people don't like them, but like I shouldn't care about that, because I like them the way they are. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could do it, and CapCut has been an absolutely god tier app to use for video editing. That Earthspark video that I did, the photo shoots that I did for Sideways and Override, I like that app has been so much better than iMovie. I do not plan on using iMovie unless it's like minor stuff like background music or something, because CapCut is the way to go. It is a free app. There's so much you can do on it, and I love it so much. So if anything, expect to continue to see that type of quality, because like, and it does take a while too. So be patient with me there. But I'm really enjoying what I've been doing with all these videos, and I'm really having a lot of fun making them again. So I know I've been kind of like on and off, but like I still appreciate the fact that I've been so consistent. So like the last TFTC for the last 3 weeks, I've been doing really well. So TFTC Extra, TFTC episode 80, the shorts and everything that I've been doing, the next TFTC that happened, and then these photo shoots. Like I've been keeping it roughly about at least every 2 weeks, and I'm really proud of myself because that helps me still stay consistent, even if it's not as something as like extravagant as a stop motion or something as big as Transformers Divided Mind, which gives me into a segue. No, there is no cameos. Divided Mind has not been in process for a while. I've been very busy. The cast is full. I'm sorry. Oops. I double clicked because someone moved a comment. Dude, a Leo Breaker and Nemesis Prime Nemesis Breaker would be so good for a Cybertron update. But if they did that, they'd have to do Optimus again. So, let's see. Okay, they're talking amongst yourselves. Yes, you were supposed to be part of the cast, but then stuff changed. I rewrote the story and I cut out parts that I didn't think were like super important. So like because the original one I had in mind was like, okay, I'm going to have Cloudraker and Fastlane in this, and then I'm going to have Pounce and Wingspan in this, and then like all these other characters. And I was like, well, how would this work? Like, I didn't know what I was doing with Divided Mind. Originally, it was just going to be like, oh, a spy gets captured or caught or whatever. And then they're on the excuse me. Both factions are on the hunt for Punch Counterpunch. So then I thought, why not go a little deeper with this? Why not make it like a psychological story and be like, well, Punch, who would be my personification because I'm just a regular guy trying to do my thing, while these intrusive thoughts and this darker half of me likes to come out every now and then, is torturing his own mind. Ergo, it's torturing my mind as well. So then Counterpunch ends up being his own thing. He becomes his own entity within Punch's mentality, his own mind, and he starts to split. It's not like split personality or anything. It's more so like he's schizophrenic. He's hearing a voice. He's going like insane. And then Counterpunch is trying to take over Punch's body to basically like kill everyone. And then at one point in the other, he almost attempts to kill himself, or rather, Punch says that he would, and then Counterpunch decides to give him a hand and tries to. So I had to rework the story a lot. I had to cut out a lot of unnecessary characters and scenes, and like I had to rework the whole thing. So what I have so far, I'm very proud of. I'm sticking with it. So with all due respect to anyone out there who is currently asking or is asking or plans on asking about voicing in Divided Mind, no, the cast is full. I apologize very much so from the bottom of my heart. It is nothing personal. It is not because I don't like any of you, and it's not because it's like I don't think you do a good job. It is literally that there is no roles to be filled. There's no cameos. It's literally like, here's the cast. We're done. That's it. So, and also, again, for the record, I have not been working on this for a while. I still only have about 4 minutes of footage. So, and considering I'm trying to make this like a 20 to 30 minute long thing, I have quite a little bit to go. So I have like possibly like a quarter of it done or like a fifth of it done. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I do promise you guys it's going to be good. I just have to finish the HQ and everything, which I plan on doing probably soon. I'm just going to keep saying soon because I keep putting it off. So, what's this now? Oh, Figment. Hello. Wait, where's your comment? Click the comment. There we go. Hey-oh. How am I feeling? How am I? Am I feeling any better? Yeah, I think what happened was I just had like a minor depression episode for a couple of days because it's just like I kept waking up doing the same thing. Days kept blending into one another, and then I just felt like crap. I was still very much bummed out about the live stream. I think that just kind of carried over, unfortunately. But I'm doing better. I'm doing better now. I feel good. I'm just not going to burn myself out because I'm trying to do all this for fun. And the one thing that's going to take that away from me is that burnout. So I'm not going to work myself to the bone, worry about, oh, well, this was supposed to come out this time, and this was supposed to. It's like, no, it'll happen when it happens. That's just how life is, because stuff goes wrong. Other stuff gets in the way. That is literally life. So, yeah. But thank you for asking. I do appreciate it, and it is very thoughtful and considerate, and I love you for it. So thank you very much. Yeah, good segue, JJ. Yeah, plans do change a lot. Studio Series line has changed to expand to the video games, which is not 100% confirmed, but those leaked listings of Bumblebee and Barricade pretty much solidify that. So, it's cool. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it, though, because I've been saying for a while I would love to see some other characters or other designs from Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, and Fall get toys. It's a good thing they're not just focusing on the movies. I can't say that. I have to wait and see. What is this? Super Glad Studio Series will be expanded to video games and such. We need updates on those for so long. We do. Generations kind of teased us a bit with just Megatron and Optimus and Bumblebee, and then they decided to do Cliffjumper, and then they did Starscream, and then we had to wait until Thrilling 30s to get Skywarp and Thundercracker, and then we had to wait till Generations again to get Shockwave and Bruticus and Sideswipe and Jazz. So, yeah, I mean, they easily could have done a lot more of those characters, but unfortunately, I guess budget and things happened, and now we're getting them now. Hopefully, I hope to hear about them at PulseCon, because those have been announced or leaked for a little while. So I'm surprised we haven't gotten any like in-hand images of stuff yet from like leakers and other people out there. But again, just a matter of waiting and seeing. So. Get out of my live stream this instant. How dare you? No, I'm kidding. I mean, yeah, people have said to me, and people have said it too, Armada is not as great as it is, but I will just say, and I will keep backing this up, after you get past like the first season and you start learning about the Star Saber and the Skyboom Shield, it really does start to pick up a bit. So I honestly, like, if it was just those three characters, if it was just Optimus, Hotshot, and Riddler going up against Megatron, Starscream, Cyclonus, and Demolisher, I feel like that would be kind of boring for a while, and that's when I'm glad they started to add more characters. So they introduced Smokescreen, and they introduced Scavenger, and then they introduced Sideways, and they like every one of those character episodes really brought more to the table, and it helped build the story up a bit more. So I agree, Armada is not as great as every single person says. I still love it. I still very much enjoy it because I'm biased, and it was my introduction into the Transformers franchise, but it does get good. It really does. So, oh wait, wrong comment. Oh, what is this? Armada did have some great toys. Yeah, Armada had a lot of great toys. And I do plan on doing a video of characters that I would love to see updated from Transformers Armada in the modern day and age. So I have to wait and see. Prime is great. I personally enjoy it still, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like it's a little overrated. And overration is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if people remember it clearly, that's great. People enjoy it. Also great, good stuff. But if people treat it like this is the perfect Transformers show, it's like, Prime had its issues too, they couldn't bring in as many characters as they wanted to. A lot of the same like stories and such, or story elements, were kind of thrown in there. Like the whole thing with RC and Arachnid. Like every time RC showed up, and Optimus was like, "RC, no!" Like she didn't care. She wanted to kill that bitch. but at the same time, I get it because like it was a very psychologically traumatic experience for her, and I mean she saw her own partner die. So, but like just kind of stuff like that same kind of like rinse and repeat type thing. But again, that's a lot of media, unfortunately, and that kind of keeps things coherent and more concrete. So in a way I agree, but in a way I disagree. Like I'm in the middle, basically. I still love Transformers Prime. I really do enjoy it. It is easily one of my favorite Transformers cartoons of all time. Um, and there were so many references and so many like ideas that they thrown in there. Like I love the idea of Wheeljack being a wrecker. I thought that was really cool. Ultra Magnus being a wrecker, and then also using the Forge of Solus Prime as just a big old hammer, because ever since animated, they just like, hey, let's give Magnus a hammer. I love that. The Decepticons were really well done. They didn't feel like they were just like your everyday weekend morning cartoon characters. They were like, we are planning to kill people. We are going to enslave this Earth. We are going to kill every single human on this planet so we can make Cybertron or Earth our own home as Cybertron 2.0, basically. So, what is this? TF Prime was a great series, and for many, it is their G1, so it's all subjective. Yeah, exactly. For me, like I said, Armada was my G1, so of course I'm going to defend it and I'm going to embrace it and, you know, all that happy hoo-ha. But yeah, I mean, it is subjective to everyone. The only difference is people should be able to get along about those subjections and just enjoy each other enjoying stuff, as opposed to like, oh, my thing is better. No, your thing is garbage. Like, just stop it. Get along. We're supposed to get a season 4, but then we got RID 2015. Everyone loves to pick on RID 2015. I love RID 2015. I'll say it. Like, and I'm not being an apologist, and I'm not being like a people pleaser or just easy to please. I mean, I am easy to please. I don't deny that, but I thoroughly enjoyed RID 2015. I thought they threw in a lot of cool elements. I loved all the Decepticons kind of being animals. I kind of like the whole, like, the Autobots aren't really like warring. They're more so like, oh hey, we're officers. We're gonna go capture criminals, instead of like, oh, we have to kill this guy. But like, but in a way, Autobots are peace officers. That's what they do. Like, you know, Decepticon criminals were really cool. I liked a lot of the designs. I liked a lot of the characters. They were cool. I enjoyed them. I just think RID gets a lot of shit because it's like, oh, we wanted a sequel of Transformers Prime, like proper, connected, and everything. It's like, well, this is connected. It just takes place like 3 or 4 years after Transformers Prime. And then people are like, well, where's Optimus? Or where's RC? And everyone, it's like, those character stories were told. You can't do much with them now. You know, it was cool to see Ratchet come back and to see Optimus be resurrected again, because let's be honest, we can never kill Optimus. I will admit, Megatron never showing up was something that I was genuinely not expecting. I'm like, okay, we're near the final, like we're near the series finale at this point. It's like, okay, they're fighting Galvatronus. It's like Megatron's gonna show up. He's gonna just tell Cyclonus, it's like, the war is over. I can't do my Megatron voice right now. He's like, the war is over. And then Galvatronus will be like, well, no, we're gonna fight in your name. And then Megatron basically like maybe executes him or something. I don't know. But like, I would have loved to see Megatron show up. I think that would have been cool. I mean, he was referenced in it so much, but the fact that we never saw him, he's just out there like just partying and like flying. You know what I think might have happened in Transformers RID 2015 after Megatron, or after Predacons Rising, after Megatron flew away? What if he was like a vigilante? Like, honestly, I could see Megatron flying off of Cybertron and then just traveling through space. Maybe he stops at planets. He resolves, like, what if he's like Samurai Jack in a way? Like, he sees civilizations and such being mistreated poorly, planet residents being treated poorly by a higher power, similar to how Megatron was mistreated by the caste system on Cybertron, and he just decides to like help everyone he sees. Like, what if he's like not a hippie or anything, but he's just like, He's like over this crap. He's seen it like dozens of hundreds of thousands of times, and he just wants to help others and stop it. Or what if he's out there waging war against other factions? You never know. That's what I personally think would happen. And I think that'd be really cool if they did that. But who knows? You never know. It could be it could be different. They could have had something planned for him, but he never showed up. And I was like, this is the first Transformers show where Megatron has never shown up. He doesn't have a design. He doesn't have a voice. He's just not there. And I was always curious on like, how are they going to handle a Transformers show without Optimus Prime and Megatron? And granted, we had Optimus, but he was more of a cameo. Like he was a supporting role. He wasn't the leader. Bumblebee was the leader. So the fact that they had Bumblebee and Steeljaw, like it was still pretty cool. I liked that. I really enjoyed that a lot. At first, I was kind of like, oh, you're like a weird wolf dude, but you transform into like a monster truck or something. And then Bumblebee's the leader. I'm like, didn't we just kind of get a taste of this in Predacons Rising? Because like Bumblebee stepped up. Like that dude led RC and Wheeljack and Bulkhead and Smokescreen to take on like Predaking and Unicron, and like he stepped up and he took charge. So it was cool to see that. But then he's like full-fledged like leader of his own team in RID 2015, and I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I mean, it might be annoying, but like, hey, what show isn't? What show doesn't have those little moments of like, oh, this is cringy? But you know, it's whatever. I will also defend Transformers 2015, RID 2015. I thoroughly enjoy that show. The Bat, his name was Night Strike, and also I love him and I want a toy of him. Wait, what? That whole Megatron being a low cast thing, blah blah blah. Hasbro wants that. Oh, blah blah. That Hasbro wants that gone. I mean, I still enjoy that whole storyline from IDW. I love that. I love that he was like mistreated by the government, basically. Like because he transformed into a drill tank, he had to be a miner. He didn't have a choice. His form dictated his destiny, and then he fought against that. He oppressed the government. It was like, I'm going to be a gladiatorial fighter, and then I'm going to be a warlord, and he did. I know I'm going backwards. Personally, love RAD 2015 for what it was. The Viacons appeared. Yes, they did. They were all different kinds of Skittles colors. Optimus Prime came back to life, of course, because Optimus can never die. Blur appeared. Starscream, Soundwave, Bulkhead, Ratchet. Yeah, dude. When Blur showed up, because I religiously watched Rescue Bots. Like I love that show too. Like it may be kiddie to some people, but guess what? Transformers is made for kids. Shush your face. But when Blur showed up in Rescue Bots, he was different, and I liked it. I like how he was just kind of like this like snarky, like no shits given, like hot rod, hot shot type dude. And then he showed up in RID 2015 in the toy line. And I was like, he's going to show up in the show. They're not going to make a toy of him for no reason and just release him. He's going to show up in the show. I will forever cherish animated, but I won't worship it, especially since it is just fiction. Sometimes Prime fans do that. I feel like that does take it too far sometimes, but even though I cherish it, I do see its flaws. Aha. I mean, let's be honest, everything has its flaws. So considering what that Megatron became good at the end of TFP, I wouldn't say he was good. I would just more so say like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm done. I'm not Unicron's slave anymore. I know what it's like to be a slave again, and I don't want a part of it. It's why it's not brought up anywhere in IDW comics. Well, they should bring it back into show because they sort of did that. Well, they didn't really do it in Cyberverse, but yeah. So also, Cyberverse is great. That's like IDW for kids, and I love it. Interesting how the team managed to combine. Yeah, okay, that's one of those things where I'm like, I hate the fact that they became a combiner. It's like it's a very different take on combiners. But I hated Ultra B. I hate that name. They couldn't come up with anything else. Nothing. Like, come on. Also, the design was really weird. Like, his body was so fat. Menasor was probably the only good combiner. Actually, Galvatronus was awesome too. But um, yeah, the toys were garbage though. Like those were not great. But I do thoroughly enjoyed that. I do thoroughly enjoy those characters. Cyclonus was really good in Rid 2015 too. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't like about Rid 2015 is that they didn't release like every Decepticon. They released all the Autobots, but they never really did all the Decepticon characters, and they could have, but they decided not to for some reason. Don't know why. Legacy Rid 2015 figure. Yeah, they've even confirmed that anything for Legacy, anything is on the table for Legacy. With BMAC teasing more stuff for Transformers Armada in the most recent live stream when they were talking about Starscream, and how we have leaks for Legacy Year 2, and one of them is an Armada Megatron. It's like I would not be surprised if Armada Optimus is next year's commander. And if it isn't, it most likely is. I wouldn't say it's going to be Silverbolt, but it most likely could be Silverbolt. You never know. I'm not going to answer every comment, but I will pick out the ones that I notice. Imagine Earthspark takes IDW history background for the show. It seems like they are, because again, Nick Roach, one of the designers and also one of the artists in Transformers IDW's universe, he's part of this show, and a lot of the designs that we have for these characters, especially Bumblebee, gives me like major IDW vibes. So I'm hoping they kind of do something like that. I hope they add some IDW elements. I hope they mention other colony worlds, maybe Caminus, maybe Eucharis. I would love more IDW focus, because that universe is so vast and so big that they could take so many different ideas and so many different characters and bring them into the modern light. Correction, they never did Nitra as a toy. No, they did not. They could have done a repaint of Strong Arm, but they never did, and that was really stupid. I don't think that will happen, not with what they are saying so far, but who knows? You could be spot on. Yep. They never did Rough Edge and Autobot Bounty Hunter. Rough Edge was cool. I liked his design. Even if he was basically one of the museum cops, but he was done in like black and orange. But I love that deco. That's one of my favorite like color combinations of all time. So, oh boy, this is a good one. What characters do I want to see in Earthspark? Oh geez. Okay, so we only know that we're getting Optimus, Elita, Bumblebee, and Wheeljack, and then we have Twitch and Thrash. But like, if we're talking like regular characters, I agree. Nautica, yes, my girl needs some major love, and I would love to see her. Maybe. Oh God, you put me on the spot. Who am I supposed to pick? There's so many characters that I want to see, but I don't want to see like the norms. I don't want to see Ratchet. I don't want to see Ironhide. I want different characters. Crap, you put me on the spot. Maybe Springer? Maybe? Because Nick Roche is there, he could easily use Springer's record design. I'm just saying that could happen. Oh God, I can't think. There's so many, because like I don't want to pick your tip of the type of the norm where it's like, oh, I want to see Ratchet, I want to see Ironhide. Maybe Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper hasn't gotten a lot of love lately. I mean, he does, but only to die. Maybe Windcharger? Nightbeat would be good. Roadbuster would be really dope. The Autobots could use a tank. Sea Spray, Warpath, Beachcomber, the ones we have not seen. Yeah, those guys would be nice to see. Also, yeah, we are getting Decepticons, or Insecticons, I mean. Scoop? I'm not sure he could work. He could, maybe. I don't know. TFI would have a field day with that one, maybe, because he loves crosscut. I don't know about him though. Like, what would he do? Skids, not Skid. Wait, the Rid 2015 or 2001 Skids? Maybe. Possibly Sentinel Prime in a flashback. Yeah, maybe. Would be cool to see a modern day Sentinel. Just don't make him a dick. Skids, the IDW one. Oh, wait. Well, no, that's still there is no Z. That's still Skids. It's still the blue boy, the theoretician. Yeah, it's still G1 Skids. It's same spelling. It's just IDW. But yeah, that would be dope. Ooh, Prowl would be good. Wait, JRX? What? JRX? Oh, Rail Racer. Maybe. Six shot in a modern day cartoon would be amazing. I would love that. Black Shadow, yeah, I could see him be like a Seeker or something. Lio Convoy, not with Earthspark. I don't think it would fit that aesthetic. Overlord would be cool, but we sort of saw what he could do in the Prime Wars trilogy, and even though he was one of the best villains in that show, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to hear him with a Western accent or a Southern accent ever again. That was so stupid, but whatever. Bludgeon would be really good, actually. I could totally see him and maybe even G Axis show up. Like maybe G Axis could team up with Dr. Mandroid because he is a mad scientist. Same with Bludgeon. Bludgeon's actually pretty fucked in the head too. But I would love to see a Bludgeon in a cartoon, even though it would probably be. Well, no, we did see Bludgeon in the cartoon. We saw him in Cyberverse. But I would love to hear him speak. I would love to see him transform into a tank. I would like to see him more so than just be like, here I am in a cartoon. I'm being silent and I'm going to fight Windblade, and then that's it. I'm going to be thrown into unspace. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't know. You call me crazy. I kind of want to see Windblade come back because I miss her. Like Windblade is not as bad as a character, or not as. She's not bad. Like I thoroughly really like Windblade. She's one of the coolest Transformers characters and one of the best fan made characters we've ever got. So the fact that they're kind of like, oh hey, we're not going to be using Windblade anymore for a while, and it's like, what? Why? It's like she's cool. Don't neglect her. Also, I kind of liked her in the Prime Wars trilogy too, even though she wasn't the best. She could have been worse. She could have been a lot worse, but you know, I'm glad that she got her time in the spotlight, and she turned out to be a really, really cool character. So, but yeah, Earthspark is looking promising. I'm really excited for it, and November cannot come any sooner because we're almost at or September already, and it's like holy crap. So yeah, really hope to see this show very soon, or at least another trailer, like a story trailer, because you know. But I do plan, while we're on the topic of updated characters and such, I do plan on making lists about those as well, because there's so many characters in this universe that a lot of people don't know. Um, and I feel like as though a lot of people don't really talk about it a lot. And if they do, it's probably like privately. They never really outspoken about it. But I'm definitely gonna do more update stuff. I'm definitely want to see like an updated list of like Transformers, Cybertron characters, even some Energon characters. I won't lie, I like some of those Energon designs. Um, some, not all, just some. But um, like I could do an updated list of animated characters. Like there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. A fully fledged developed character of the DJD. Oh god. Um, I mean, we got one with Tarn in Cyberverse, and he was basically a toned down version of IDW Tarn, but I mean, we still got him. Punch, counter punch, yeah. Would love to see him in a modern day form, like in a cartoon or something. We haven't seen him since 1987. What's the name of that one wing saber? Wait, I don't. I want to see the characters that Cybertron Optimus combines with to get updated figure. Yeah, Wing Saber and Leo Breaker. You don't know who the DJD is? Well, you didn't read IDW, so that's fine. What does his or her name stand for? Their ability. They're not a character. They are a group of characters. And the DJD stands for the Decepticon Justice Division. There's Tarn, the leader. There's Kaon, the interrogator, I guess. I don't really know his role, but all I do know is that he transforms into an electric chair, and I love it. There's Tesserus. He is a living blender because he has like a giant grinder inside of where his stomach would be. So like he has also these like really long like arms on the back of him that he uses to grab victims and then slowly pull them in feet first into his stomach as they're just grinded into bits with energon and blood splattering everywhere. There's Tesserus, excuse me, not Tesserus. Sorry, there's Helix. He is a living crematorium. Basically, you want something, you want something slagged in like a few seconds. Let him open up his stomach again, and like just throw in the victim, and then he like boils them and cooks them alive inside his stomach, because his stomach is a smelting pit. There's Dominus Ambus, aka the Pet, who transforms into a Spark Eater, which is like this Turbo Fox looking thing. And then there's also Nickel, who is the medic. She's like a little mini con triple changer chick who like transforms into like a little ground-based vehicle, and then she has like rockets on the side. But she also has like kind of like a submarine look to her too. I have yet to transform her figure. I've had her from Mastermind Creations for a while, and I never transformed her. I kept getting distracted. Oh, I need to do that. But yeah. I am happy that people enjoyed this company's stories. I did not. That's fair. I stopped reading after All Hail Megatron. That's when it gets good, though. If you read Transformers Ongoing, which is the modern Generation 1 update in after that story, which is in almost the same stylization as All Hail Megatron, it gets really good. It's just after Ongoing is when things go awry, because that's where it splits into two different sub-stories, one called More Than Meets the Eye, which is the one IDW story with the DJD, which is basically Guardians of the Galaxy meets Transformers. And then there's Robots in Disguise, which takes place on Cybertron, and they're trying to form a new government and everything. And it's really cool. I can make a whole video talking about IDW, I swear to God. But oh man, in my personal opinion, it gets really good. Because like there are a lot of cool elements. Like there's one time where, it's okay if you disagree. I'm all right with that. But like there were a few times in that war where I was like shocked at stuff happening. Like for example, Spike, Our little boy from G1 manages to kill Scrapper and then just basically renders the Constructicon's combined form of Devastator useless. But what's funny too is they can still combine. It's just that Devastator only has one leg. So, like I said, I could talk about so many moments from you know what? I might make that a video actually, but yeah, just IDW is like one of the best, in my personal opinion, one of the best stories, one of the best universes in Transformers. There's so much to pick and choose from that they could utilize for future stories, and I would love to see more elements of IDW thrown in, but we'll have to wait and see. You have heard my rant on the after show. We did this together last time. Yep. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy IDW. I love that show. Or show. I love that story. It might as well be a show. Why hasn't it been a show yet? I would say Netflix get on it, but we know how Transformers gets treated by Netflix. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here. I'm not necessarily sure I'm going to keep this one up. I might have to wait and see. I don't think people are going to be interested in a bubble, but at the same time, I just wanted to come on, hang out for a little bit and see how everyone's doing, check in. Like I said, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be hosting another panel on TF Reviewers. We'll be doing Studio Series Wave 8 through 17 because that is the most current wave right now. With Wave 18 finally fully be revealed, we are not adding that one, but I might throw it in anyway. Maybe. But I'm more so going for figures that we already have had in hand as opposed to like, here's what has been revealed. We have no experience whatsoever. We have not had this figure yet, so we might not be doing another Studio Series tier list for a little while. We'll have to wait and see. But I do plan on, after the Studio Series tier lists are done, I will be doing a Transformers Armada and Unicron trilogy ones. So stay tuned for those. And we might even do more topic-based stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to do just like tier list stuff. I want to actually like make topic-based videos and live streams and have people share their thoughts and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this for tomorrow. I do have a cast or panel already picked out, so please, I'm just going to say it now. Please don't ask me privately or ask me at all if you can join. I'm sorry. The answer is no, but feel free to join us in the live chat. We will be acknowledging it. And also don't forget to share your thoughts and everything, because I would really appreciate it if you guys would take part and really engage with us in the live chat and everything. So please feel free to do that. We'd really appreciate it. Keep in mind also, we're going to be doing some repacks as well. So some repack figures may not have the same spot. They might be different because, surprisingly enough, some of those repacks actually have better quality. And we're also going to be adding the premium finish toy line from Takara, as well as the exclusive Autobot Unites, or Autobot, the Arrival to Earth 5-pack, as I like to call it, the Autobot 5-pack. We'll add that as well as Buzzworthy Bumblebee. So it's a big roster. There's a lot to pick from, and Rebecca, TF Addictress, will be there hopefully. H&E will be there, and then JJ will be there as well. So mark your calendar, set your clocks for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TF Reviewers, Studio Series Wave 8 through 17. And I hope to see you guys there. In terms of the Earthspark toy video, I might just abandon it. I might. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see there. I have to sneeze. Hang on. Excuse me. So we'll have to see what's happening with that one. But if you have any ideas for what you want me to do for videos, or if you have anything that you personally want to see and I might take into strong consideration, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section down below. Also, please don't forget to check out the description for my Instagram, as well as everyone who was mentioned here shortly after this is updated or uploaded. If the information is not there by tomorrow morning, I'm still asleep, so just wait. But please do support everyone who was mentioned. And thank you all very much for tuning in and hanging out with me. This was fun. Maybe next time I'll put on my camera. Maybe next time I'll do an activity. I don't know. I'm not good at live streams. So, as usual, everyone, you know the drill. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is TFA 1024, the TF Addict. Roll. rolling out until all is fun. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. on TF Reviewers. Bye-bye.